All right. Alexa, what is today's date?
It's Sunday, April 16th.
2023. And I just did a retube of this guitar amplifier. This is my Hughes Kettner GrandMeister Deluxe 40. I took out the Shuguang EL84s. So I'm talking to a friend of mine on the phone right now, and you can see this kind of darkening. And he says the filament is just breaking down, and you can see all that blackness right there, kind of where my finger is, where the filament is just wearing out. And he says it's as natural as like guitar strings wearing out and becoming rusty. He says this, and this tube was being right there, was kind of being the dimmest of them, but the heater is what glows. But yeah, it was just going bad. It's causing an overcurrent warning in my tube safety control. I retubed this myself. It's only the second time I've ever tried to put vacuum tubes in an amplifier. The first was on a 1986 Marshall JCM 800, but right now I'm doing a Hughes Kettner GrandMeister Deluxe 40 that I got in 2020, brand new. Ordered it from Sweetwater. And I ordered these tubes from Sweetwater last week. Genalex Gold Lion. They're the most expensive and the most premium vacuum tubes that I could find on the market. That's new, current production. So I'm going to power this thing on. I was very careful not to touch the tubes with my hands. I used actually paper towel. And we'll see how this works. We'll see if it explodes. I got the speaker plugged up first. Then I plugged in the power cable before I'm going to turn it on. But I plugged up the speaker cable first before I plugged in the power, like you should do. But this amplifier goes through a check anyway, where I think it runs a phantom load on the speaker. You'll see it here when I turn it on. You'll see the light go from the mute button, the speaker mute, like it's designed to run without a speaker cabinet and using a recording studio because the XLR balanced output for that. You'll see this speaker mute button go on first, and then after a few seconds, you'll see it go to the one of these settings here. So this is a 40 watt guitar amplifier. You set it to 20 watt output, 5 watt output, and then 1 watt output, and then speaker mute for when you're going to run it without a speaker cabinet. And when it's speaker mute, it does not run a signal out of that there. So it's designed to work that way. And you'll hear that relay click as well. I want to power it on and let you see how it works. Notice that? So yeah, and I'm going to put a guitar pick in there if I got one. Actually, I don't got one nearby. So I'm going to use something else. So you're right in here, you're supposed to stick a guitar pick in there where my finger's pointing, and it'll show you the tube biased. Oops, if I can get that in there. So, is it still doing an overcurrent? Oh, well, that's... So the flash codes are for that. Okay, so... This is powered on. The tubes you see in the front, 1, 2, 3, are the 12AX7B preamp tubes. And then the tubes you see in the back are the EL84 power tubes. You can see that fourth one there. I got a match set. So they're supposed to be all electrically identical as much as possible. So it did not explode. I did this all myself. It's still flashing for the overcurrent. No, it's not. And then this is where I was saying that you could do it to mute. So now it's not going to put out any electricity through the speaker wire. So it is safe to disconnect the speaker cable. It was designed to run that way. But yeah. So let's try this again. These are brand new tubes that I bought from a retailer, an online retailer. A reputable one, that's Sweetwater. How many times do these flash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. Okay. So they flash 11 times. And that means something to be like on the bias voltage or whatever. How many times is that single overcurrent? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 30, 40, 50. I think it's up to 20 flashes just on that single, and like I said, these are the old power tubes. I mean, you can visibly see that one was worn out, but I'll test it tomorrow when I got some more time. I'll shut this thing down. And that's that.